Do you really have 5 years left of your life to make it? Do you? AI is taking over the planet? Are you worried about things like that? Does things not like they used to be? Like things are not used like they used to be because things are changing. Progress is getting ahead. The AI is a computer. That's all it is. It's a computer system. They have it designed to uh, make animation, music, videos, production. Can take a lot of people out of their jobs too. Writers and audio productions and video productions, all this that makes movies and stuff. They can make a movie quicker than the old way, and they don't have to use real actors. The computer can duplicate everybody, but it's not perfect. It takes a lot of power, a lot of energy, and look like they're taking away jobs now. Sure, you're even food delivery. Those of you doing food delivery, you know, they got AI droids, four wheel little like a box with wheels and this little smiley face. I thought they're cute looking though. But they're programmed to pick up the food and drop it off at the right house. They'll open up the hatch, you pick up the food, they close the hatch, and they're gone back to another location. That's coming. We all knew that was coming. There's no answers for months. It's getting automated. It's going to get to a point where you don't have to work no more. You say, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to do whatever you want. How are you going to make money? No need for money anymore. What do you mean no need for money anymore? That's right. No money. You don't need money. How do you live? It depends what country you are in, They don't need money. There won't be no tariffs. There won't be all this nonsense. You don't need it anymore. But we're not in a society yet for that. But it's going to eventually come. Because what's happening is this, a lot of people, there's poor people, there's people living in their RVs, people living on the street. It should not be like that. This is a country that has enough money to take care of everything. But its citizens. And that's what it needs to focus on. Because you're born here, you're taken care of. Your family might have came off like everybody else did it way back in the past. They came off boats and ships from Europe and other countries, and they came and they built up the country. And there was nothing here except for the Indians, and they were here first. Okay? But people left Europe and other countries because they didn't like the way it was run. So America was a free land, so they come here. And a lot of things happen throughout the years, and I don't have to go through all of that, but I'm saying now it's 2026, and things are changing. Everything's shifted, and everything's changing, and everybody's doing. There's all sorts of things that's happening, and it's always about money. Credit cards with high interest rates. Credit cards they're loaning you the money. That's not your money. That's not your card. Your name might be on it. That's not your personal card. When you use that credit card, you're supposed to pay them back. Now, there's some loopholes and that all over the place. I'm not to really get into all of that either, but basically, and if you don't pay that back, it messes up your credit for 7 years, and then eventually it'll drop off. But then you have to start all over again. You need to get established. I say get rid of all cards, get rid of all cash, and how they know? Well, they're working on nanotechnology, and a lot of you don't want to get injected. A lot of you don't want tattoos on your arm. No, you don't have to live like that. Just swipe your hand. The AI or whatever it is at the time will read it. Can't use your eyes because people can do that. You swipe the hand. You have this little thing inside you running around. Well, it's not running around, but it's on you, and everybody's going to have one. Another way of checking everybody out and making sure no more all these paper books and all these cards and all these other things, unnecessary. Yeah. You don't need credit cards. You don't need debit cards. You don't need nothing. We're going to live in a society. AI is going to take over, do everything. Don't get scared and say, well, it's going to attack. No. No, because it's designed not to attack. It's designed to take care of us. It's starting now. It's learning. It's not going to be perfect though. It's not 100%. We're not 100%. How can we make that 100%? It's not 100%. It's not gonna understand anything, but without teaching it, learning it, it has to learn to understand. It's learning as we get going. It's happening right now, but it's happening as we seek. It's learning every day. It's getting reprogrammed, and it's doing so many things. I say, don't fear it. It's replacing a lot of things. It's replacing a lot of automation, where the human who used to do it, no more human. The AI is doing it. And they got AI agents working aside of it now. Those that have AI agents, so if the AI makes a mistake, the agents kick in and correct that mistake. You see, but it happens so fast you wouldn't even really notice it. So you can have 3 AIs and you're just talking to one. Eventually they're gonna have it'll be more structured and more layered. But right now we're in the early developments in all this stuff. Sure, every day they're advancing, and they're putting a lot of money in AI because they know that who's gonna run things. Right, well, in our country here, all what we have could disappear, and the AI runs everything. But a lot of us won't be around to see it. So you're talking about another 1,000 years before it really gets to a point where our society like this now is going to change, just like it changed in the 1900s, the 2020s, the 2030s, 40s, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. When we hit 2000, that was a whole different ballgame. By 2009, more changes. 4K, 1080p came in. Our TVs has changed. And then later on, 4K got cheaper. Now everything's 4K. And we've seen the scene leveled off at 4K and not going to 8K. Because our infrastructure is like the way it is. But new technologies coming in and things like that. I would like to see transparencies. Transparent technology. Transparent TV. Either just be there. You wouldn't need we have bezel, black bezel or gray bezel, whatever it is, or your phone too. We have folding phone, but it's still based on bulkiness. So we're not really there yet. They're working on it. So when we get to a point, it'd be different. But right now, that's where they're going. AI and droids and robots, robotic humanoids that look like us. You couldn't tell the difference until they had to get recharged. Eventually, we'll go to crystal technology. Crystal technology is where we don't rely on wires and fiber and all this other stuff. Fiber is what we're using now, but we're going to get away from how it's made and go into crystal technology. I wrote about this too. I wrote a book called 3000 AD. I never published it. I still have it. I did get it on medium.com. I put it on there, but I removed it because I had my reasons. It tells you what's going to happen in the future. But not to give away what my abilities are, I'm just going to let you know that don't worry about things now. A lot of them are worried about war in 2027. What's happening now in 2026. We're going to have an eclipse on the... Oh, not an eclipse. We're going to have all the planets are going to align. There was a TV series that was based on that. All the planets align, and that would mean that you could travel to the different planets or different different Earths, different dimensions. Okay, that's what it meant. But This is going to happen now, and it won't happen again until I think was it 2040 or something like that. It'll happen again when all the planets are lined up. So that's a plus. And will you be able to see it? It depends where you live. But right now, this is the way it is. We live in this world. AI is popular. AI is taking over. AI is doing everything. And this is the way it is. Whether you want to use your money, your investments, your dividends, whatever it is, this is the society you are in now. But 100 years, 200 years, was it 2026? So we got to figure 2021, 2100, that's another era. And you have the same thing over again. Like you had 1960, you're going to have 20, so you have 2, you're going to have 960, yeah. And then when we flipped to 3000, big changes there. Because you got to remember what's happening. A lot of people don't want to talk about what's happening. We only focus on Super Bowl, current events. We don't think about what's happening outside the planet, what's even happening inside the planet. We don't even focus on all that because we're not supposed to do that. Because, I'm supposed to focus on things like that. And you have people talking about different conspiracies and different things like that. But we don't talk about what's happening here. What's happening in California's Shasta Mountain? Shasta. I think it's Shasta Mountain. Yeah. It's supposed to be something living in the mountain. I'm not going to say what it is. and then you got the Appalachian Mountains. What's going on there? Places we're not supposed to talk about. Or some secret base in New Mexico. Another thing going on there. Or what's going on in the Pacific Ocean. There's some kind of underwater something going on there. I always feel like, I don't want. This is not a video for that yet, but eventually we'll have to talk about that. This is a talk channel, and we talk about different things, things to help motivate you, help get you understanding, but can also talk about other things as well. But trying to keep it in the low because don't want to get anybody riled up. But the thing is, there's so much things going on, and we're like this, and we don't see it. We're not supposed to see it. And when something happens, then you say, "Whoa, what's going on?" Your mind is trying to think, because your mind only knows one thing. If you saw something, or something landed in the back of your house, I'm not talking about a helicopter. I'm talking about something else. You're gonna say, you're gonna get freaked. You're gonna freak out. You're gonna be up. You're gonna be, wow, what the heck is that? And you try to grab a camera and start snapping pictures. We know it's gonna happen. It should have happened already. It hasn't happened yet. There must be a reason for why it hasn't happened. Are we ready for that? And this present state of mind frame? Not yet. Not yet. We're not ready yet. That's how I say. That's why my book 3000 explains what happens in that era. That's like when I wrote that 2020 or around that time. So it's 3020. I put it like that. But the thing is this, that's a different time. We have not lived that yet. It might not change, because right now we're living in a shift. And a lot of things have changed. I do predictions, and I predicted a completely lay out life from 2021 to 2037, 38 around that time. And something happened, and it shifted everything around. But there was a mention lately, not too long, of someone that was supposed to be there in 38, 37 around that time. Yeah. So my prediction came out right. That person's name was mentioned. Wow. It felt good. I said, oh, got it right there. I'm really good with predictions and seeing into that next realm. But I try not to talk about stuff like this because it could change. Something could change things. You know, things could change. Things could change. You might predict this is what's going to happen, but something else happened. You know, and certain different things are happening. Right now, we're experiencing this cold front. Okay? And experience a drought at the same time. So it's cold and a drought at the same time. Not expecting all this cold air come rolling in. You know, I'm dressed warm. I usually wear a black shirt, but you know, it's cold. I'll tell you like it is. Because this is a talk channel. I'm talking to you. It's supposed to help you. Because the motto here on my talk channel is, where is it? Be the real you. Be the real you. Because you can be the real you. And you can make things happen for you. Because you got to focus on yourself. Can't focus on everybody else. It's you. You. It's your life. And people have different opinions. And people have different ways of saying things. The AI, it's going to be here. This is what they're doing with the computers. All computers are going to be able, they're going to talk back to you. They're going to take care of the computer. They're going to help you. You don't have to do anything. You say, hey, I need a letter. Write it up for me for so-and-so. Boom. They're going to do it. They're going to check the spelling, make sure it sounds right. Okay? Because you might make a typing mistake. You might make a spelling mistake. Nobody's perfect. You don't know how to write a formal letter. Maybe you used to do it, but you have to write it a different way. Let the AI can do it. You pull out the information, find out the person, and even mail it to them without your input. It's connected to the internet. You know, you say, "Hey, I need a video of me and so. Create it. They can create it for you. They might charge you to do that, but you wrote a music song and you want a girl to sing it, but you don't know nobody to sing it. That's what happened to me. I wrote a song. I had nobody to sing it. I went to one of these AI sites. Holy cow, my song come to life with a woman's voice. Wow, yeah. You have to pay yearly for that. Not bad. But do you have the rights to that? And how did it make it? That's the thing. Is it making it out of the blue? Like magic? No. It's going to take this. It's going to pull it out from different areas. That's the problem with the AI with making. So when it's making pictures, you say, I tried it. I made a mannequin, a nurse mannequin. That's right. No face, a mannequin wearing a nurse's outfit, scrubs, with a Bigfoot walking around. Yeah. I said, I want a nurse wearing blank face, white face, mannequin, scrubs, blue scrubs, and Bigfoot. I want her to drive Bigfoot in the car. It did it. It did everything. There's some mistakes. A lot of work, a lot of processing power. It was all free. I'm also a voice actor. I make voices, so I created the voice for the mannequin, so it talked. I didn't make the ape or the Bigfoot talk. Yeah, so everything she did the talking. Created that. It worked perfectly. Made 4 videos out of that. It's a lot of work, but I want to know if I could do it. I also made a space saga. I made something when I was a child. I thought about making. They made models, put it together, told the AI to make it. They made it. When I first did it, can't release it. Nope. So I said, I'll put my own stuff on it, and I did. It was able to release. It's out there someplace. It was out there, but the AI can do a lot. But you got to be careful how you use it, because you can get in trouble. So, because it can do likenesses, it can be you. Yeah, it can talk like you, sound like you. Yeah, I know they went too far there, but hey, I guess they want to know what you can do with it. Remember, it's a computer. It's your computer come to life. Your computer is talking back to you. You can talk to it. It can help you. Microsoft has it built in. Siri is in there too. Amazon got Alexa. You know, Google has their Gemini. You know, it's all over the place. They're using it like crazy. But it's not perfected yet. And until it's perfected, then you can rely on it. But other than that, you have to understand what's going to happen. The change is coming. And that change with the AI. Are you ready for it? 5 years? In 5 years' time, the AI will be more sophisticated. But remember, it's not one AI. They have AI agents working with it. They make it more reliable. Because if the AI make a mistake, the agents would catch it. So it incorporated it. I think they called it an MAS, something like that. And it all works together in tangent. I don't know if a lot of you have run into something like that. I ran into something. Well, I work with the AIs. And why not? I found it's been since 2023. I don't design or kind of help it understand. Still says words wrong. I used to work with phonemes, helping computers understand language, and helping people too. But now you got the AI. The AI comes in handy. You need a letter to send to a lawyer. You ask the AI, I need a letter. And you tell the AI what do you want, and the AI writes the letter for you. You have to put your name in there where it needs to go, and you sign it, and then you send it. We don't have the AI is not capable right now to send that letter for you on your behalf. It's not, the infrastructure is not there yet. Not the way you think. Can it pick up the phone and receive calls? Not yet. Not the way you want it to. But it's going to get there. This generation that's living today will never understand what the AI can do. They're afraid. They don't have to worry. After not 100 or 200 or 300 or 400 years down the line, even 1,000 years from now, things will be different. It's a different society. It's not going to be worried. Right now, we need to meditate. We need to relax. We need to calm down and be more, like I said, be the real you. Be the real you inside. You got to feel it and understand. Okay? If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up. So more videos like this can come out. You get different kind of videos on here. This is a talk channel. We talk. Okay? You take care.